Shazam. Shazam. Bat nerd. Stay tuned. Alright, YouTube, and welcome to the first Super Saturday in a long time. I am the Bat Nerd, and of course, today I am reviewing the latest entry in the DCEU, and that movie is Shazam. So, yes, Shazam is a superhero. Shazam, it's a 2019 superhero comedy action movie directed by David F. Sandberg, and it stars Zachary Levi, Mark Strong, Asher Angel, Jack Dylan Grazer, and Djimon Hose. I'm butchering that name. So, yes, like I've just said, Shazam is a superhero action comedy starring, well, I've just said. So, this is the latest entry in the DCEU, where young teenager Billy Batson is, a troubled teenager, wants to be independent, can't quite be independent, and then he discovers this wizard called Shazam, who gives him his powers, and he instantly becomes an adult in just by saying the word Shazam. So Billy Batson is played by Asher Angel, and Zachary Levi plays Shazam. So two actors playing one role. And this follows him. He has the wisdom of, his powers include the wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the superhuman stamina of Alice or something, the powers of Zeus, the increased courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury. So he has all these powers given to him by the wizard Shazam, and at first he's a kid having fun with these newfound gifts, but then discovers that he must then use them to fight the evil Dr. Savannah. Yeah, Dr. Savannah. Am I pronouncing that right? An evil genius, an evil mastermind that wants the powers of Shazam. But of course, he was put to the test as a kid and was not deemed worthy because of the way he did not resist the temptation of the 7 sins of evil, 7 deadly sins. And he wants that power still after he manages to return to the wizard. And wants what's his. But, of course, yes, he unleashes the 7 deadly sins and, basically wants the powers of Shazam. And, of course, does Billy let him do that so easily? I don't want to tell you that. I don't want to give anything away about this movie. All I do know is that this has quite the finale. Quite a good finale. Where Billy shares his powers. I won't say any more about that. No more. So what did I like about this? Well, I like the whole Easter eggs we got in this from the DCEU. We had a Batarang, we had a bullet that hits Superman, we have references to Batman and Superman and Aquaman. I also liked the relationship that Billy had with his friend Freddy, who was played by, who was played by Jack Dylan Grazer. He was also his foster brother. And, he was, like his BFF through this whole ordeal, and was the one who had his secret and stuff. I like the relationship between them, and the two actors who played Billy Batson and Billy Batson and Shazam. I liked how they connected and were friends, and how he still maintained his characteristics from going from Billy to Shazam, and all he had to say was Shazam, and then he'd become Shazam. Yeah, I liked that. I liked the effects we had in this as well, and the cinematography. I saw this in a new screen that's come out in my local cinema. It's called the Screen X, so there was like a screen and another screen there, and we got engulfed in the movie. Wasn't always like that throughout, but still quite an incredible experience, I have to say. I also liked the comedy in this. This had a lot of funny stuff in it, a lot of funny scenes. Because Shazam is like a 14-year-old kid, but he appears like a 30-something-year-old man, and that's what made it funny. It had good comedic scenes in there, and it was done brilliantly, I thought. Also, Mark Strong playing the villain. Now, I always thought if he's going to be in a DC movie, he should play Lex Luthor. He's got the look for it, but I liked his role in this. Again, he played an evil mastermind that was bald, and he was good in this. Dr. Theodus Savannah, Dr. Savannah, am I pronouncing that right? Yeah, he was great in this as the villain. How he had that stone in his eye with all the sins in there, and he unleashed like the 7 deadly sins as like his minions, but it was the sins who were the real menace and stuff. And I won't say any more on that. Yeah, I liked his character. He was just evil and dastardly and stuff, and I thought that was a good role for him. Mark Strong can play a hero, but I think he does the villain a lot better. I also like the story to this. It was a good story to this film. This film I enjoyed. I mean, this movie is about 2 hours and 10 minutes, but it didn't feel like 2 hours and 10 minutes. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, and I think it's taken the DCEU a while to take off, but I think it's coming into its roots in that. We've had Wonder Woman, which I loved and was a success. We had Aquaman, which I thought was great. Shazam is another one up there. I will rank all these DCEU movies up at some point. But, yeah, I love this movie. It was great. My dislikes. You know what? I can't really think of anything to dislike about this, because it was a fun movie to watch. And family friendly. Is it for kids? Yes. A certain group of kids. This movie is PG-13, or if you're in the UK, 12A. So, probably kids, but a little older. But, yeah, this was a fun movie, and I recommend it. In fact, I don't mind seeing it again. There is a mid-credit scene. Excuse me, sneeze. There is a mid-credit scene, and which introduces another DC villain. And there is a post-credit scene as well. So, yeah, DC are beginning to do that now. They're not just doing mid-credit scenes, and that they're doing mid and post-credit scenes. Though the only movies that I know of that have a mid and a post-credit scene are Justice League and Shazam, and Aquaman had a mid-credit scene. So they're starting to follow suit with Marvel. Yeah, you know that Shazam was originally named Captain Marvel, but that caused a lot of confusion with Marvel and DC Comics when Marvel had Captain Marvel. It's a long, complicated story, but look it up. It does explain why he's called Shazam now. So yeah, Shazam. I enjoyed this movie. I recommend it to you people out there, especially if you've got kids of a certain age. Like I said, no, like sort of 12 or stuff. But yeah, this is a great movie. It's fun, and yeah, I enjoy this movie. So, what am I gonna rate this movie? You know what? I'm gonna give Shazam. You know what? In this occasion, I'm gonna give it a 4 batarangs out of 5 because I did enjoy it. I thought it was funny and actiony and fun. It wasn't boring. I was not bored at all, and for once, it wasn't dark like all the DCEU movies have been. They always had a dark tone. This had a very light tone, which I thought was a good change for once in the DCEU. You know, light and bright and energetic, and not dark and gloomy like previous movies. That's another thing I liked about it. So yeah, have you seen Shazam? If you have, let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. And until next time, Bat Nerd out.